I also wonder if there's going to be some sort of like long-term damage that baseball suffers because of this, like just from, pure exposure. I mean, both of these teams are going to be playing in stadiums of about what, 12, 14,000 people or something like that. And I wonder if there's going to be brand damage because of that. I mean, I know it's all about a TV market now and everything, but I just wonder if it's just, and then when other teams see, oh, this team's playing, like I wonder if there's going to be any long-term ramifications of like brand damage or anything,
I
or if baseball can absorb it, you
Oh
know?
yeah, a whole bunch of owners seem to think that Juan Soto is worth $50 million a year, right? So they don't think that MLB is crashing anytime in the next 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and they're still all making tons of money, right? It's not like this is a some sort of Ponzi scheme where they're losing money
Yeah.
and sort of trying to pretend, oh well, as long as we get more expansion teams, then the MLB is making money hand over fist. Pretty much every team is making money hand over fist.
Mhm.
I'm sure it'll be both embarrassing and, take cuts out of the profits to have two teams playing in minor league stadiums for a couple of years. And I'm sure they won't let it go on for more than 2, 3 years. But again, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it makes that big a difference. I think that baseball is sort of solidly ensconced as nowhere near the profit-making enterprise the NFL is. They're never going to touch that, but
Yeah.
they're also never going to be hockey.
Mhm.
So somewhere in that comfortable
Yeah,
medium.
somewhere for sure.
So, I think for a while I thought, and maybe it was just the cycle of stadiums, for a while I thought, people have started to wisen up. We're not seeing many new stadiums be built. I mean, I guess there just weren't any new stadiums to be built, but, I think the forces of, of, you know, conservatism of spending money on these stadiums have have started to fail. It seems with Milwaukee, and then it seems like, oh, now the Phoenix, they're saying, oh, we've if I remember a stadium opening, it's not that old, right? Like I feel like, right,
Yeah.
like it's not that old. But my the White Sox. I'm originally from Chicago. So one of the first places I ever vended was New Comiskey Park. The White Sox, and that stadium does kind of suck, but like the White Sox, it seems like they have 1.5 feet out the door of Chicago on their way to Nashville, maybe. I don't know. But
I
like,
don't know, man. That's like, that's Jerry Reinsdorf's modus operandi, right? Is to threaten to go somewhere. He threatened to go to St. Petersburg back when he
that's
got
right.
got the first New Comiskey. So,
Yeah.
is he serious about that? I can't imagine it. Nashville, in case you haven't noticed, is a lot smaller than Chicago. Nashville's even a lot smaller than half of Chicago, which is what the White Sox have now. Anyway, sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
Las Vegas is a lot smaller than the Bay Area,
Correct.
but
Yeah.
so I don't know. I mean, do you think are who's winning? Are we getting better? It seems like at least some cities have wisened up, but they're going to just lose teams like Illinois, and the governor of Illinois has said, I don't think so, buddy, about the White Sox. But are they just going to move? Is Utah just going to take a team and pay and allow them to take whatever they want?
I don't think
I
the White
feel
Sox are going to.
depressed.
I don't think there's any chance the White Sox are going to move. I don't think that there's really any chance that the Rays are going to move, honestly. Just because the market size matters way too much in baseball. And yes, John Fisher is an exception. John Fisher is also kind of a lunatic and kind of, stumbled into this situation. And I don't think you're going to see teams, moving willy-nilly. The only sport that really saw that was football, and football, it doesn't matter where you play, right? You can literally
It's
play in
true.
Green Bay and
Yeah.
still get part of the national team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I also don't think that, suddenly all cities are going to start standing up. And I one time made the mistake of saying I thought that the tide was turning because I saw a
Mm.
few being rejected. That was in 2003.
Okay.
And, needless to say, since I'm still sitting here and talking about it,
Yeah.
that was wrong. And it's just way too much a part of the business model of Major League Baseball and sports in general, and it's way too much a part of just the way that elected the way that governance operates in this country, right? It really is set up to be like, okay, how can we make it easier for, whoever the local billionaire is? And until that changes, and that's been a consistent for, going on 40 years now. I don't see that this is going to significantly change. I think we're going to continue to see, a surge of no votes and then a surge of yes votes, and pendulum's going to sort of swing back and forth. And you might see a little bit more private money going into stadiums, in response to some of these cities pushing back. But again, I've been at this a long time. It's been well over 20 years now, I hate to say.
Yeah.
And I would be stunned if anything major happened to change it right now, or even in the next 5 to 10 to 20 years.